Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Encinitas. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Wednesday, April 30th. You'll be interested to know. 236 years ago today, in 1789, George Washington was inaugurated as the first president of the United States. On the balcony of Federal Hall in New York City, he took the oath of office, marking the birth of a new era in American history. Washington's leadership and vision laid the foundation for the nation's future, inspiring generations to come. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Wednesday in Encinitas and North County. It's looking clean this morning with waist-to-chest high sets rolling in. Waves hold around 3 to 4 plus feet throughout the morning, providing great conditions. However, expect the winds to remain onshore at 2 miles per hour, keeping things smooth as the day progresses. Later, conditions may shift to choppy with increasing wind speeds. Best time to ride is at 6 a.m. with a -1 foot low tide, when the south-southwest swell is 2.5 feet at 15 seconds, and the onshore wind is 2 miles per hour. The first low tide Wednesday will be -1.5 foot just before 6 a.m., with a 3-foot high tide at 12:45. The nearshore buoy at Beacons reads 64 degrees for the water temperature. Thursday through Saturday presents varied surf conditions. Thursday starts with clean waist-high waves and light winds, ideal for longboarders. However, conditions deteriorate by afternoon with choppy surf and increasing winds. Friday sees fair morning conditions but transitions to choppy by midday. Saturday features persistent, choppy waves, with winds peaking at 18 miles per hour, making for a less favorable surf experience overall. This morning, it's cloudy and it feels like 61 degrees with no wind. The sunset will take place at 7:32, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:01. It looks like we're in for a partly sunny day with a high around 62 and a light southwest breeze. Tonight, we'll see mostly cloudy skies with a low of 56 and very light winds. Looking ahead in the weather. Expect mostly sunny skies on Thursday and Friday, with highs near 61. Nights will be mostly cloudy with lows in the mid-50s. Saturday brings clouds and a slight chance of rain. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, SeaWorld San Diego is proudly celebrating Military Appreciation Month by offering free tickets for United States military veterans and their friends and family members. Veterans have until May 11th to register for one-time free admission for themselves and up to 3 guests, with tickets required to be used by May 26th. For those wishing to bring additional guests, the park offers up to 6 half-off tickets for purchase. A valid military identification is necessary to participate. This initiative is part of the United Parks and Resorts Waves of Honor program, honoring the commitment of military personnel and their families. Now on to sports. The NBA playoffs are heating up, with the Indiana Pacers advancing after a thrilling overtime victory over the Milwaukee Bucks, winning 119 to 118. The Bucks, who led by 7 points late in the game, faltered as Tyrese Halliburton made a crucial layup. The Pacers will face the top-seeded Cavs next. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons forced a Game 6 against the New York Knicks, winning 106 to 103, with Cade Cunningham scoring 24 points. The Boston Celtics closed out their series against the Orlando Magic in commanding fashion, winning 120 to 89, thanks in part to Paolo Banchero's foul troubles. In local sports, last night at Petco, the Friars triumphed over the Giants 7-4. Xander Bogaerts dazzled, going 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, including a mammoth homer in the 7th. Nick Pivetta, striking out 9 over 5 1/3 innings, secured the win. With this win, the Padres now stand at 18-11, just a game behind the Giants in the standings. Tomorrow afternoon, the Friars face the Giants at Petco for the final game of this 2-game series. Michael King, with a 2.18 ERA, will take the mound against Landon Roop. First pitch is at 1:10, with pleasant skies and temps around 67 degrees in sunny San Diego. Last night in hockey, the Kings fell 3-1 to the Oilers in Game 5. Despite Andrei Kuzmenko's power play goal, Edmonton's Matthias Janmark sealed the game with a decisive third-period strike. The Kings now trail the series 3-2 as they head back to Edmonton for Game 6 tomorrow night. And tonight, the Lakers series now stands at 3-1, with the Timberwolves leading and the Lakers facing elimination at the Crypt. Tip-off is at 7 on TBS and Max. In top news, in a startling revelation, California's health insurance exchange, Covered California, has been transmitting sensitive personal health data to LinkedIn during a marketing campaign. Forensic testing uncovered that trackers on the website shared information about visitors' health status, including pregnancy and domestic abuse indicators. Following public scrutiny, Covered California has removed these trackers and is reviewing its privacy protocols. Spokesperson Kelly Donahue acknowledged the data sharing and emphasized efforts to safeguard consumer information. Experts have expressed alarm, stating that users expect their health information to remain confidential and protected from commercial use. In business news, Coinbase is set to launch its Bitcoin Yield Fund on May 1st, targeting annualized returns of 4 to 8% for non-United States institutional investors. The fund aims to generate yield through basis trading, which capitalizes on the spread between Bitcoin futures and spot prices. Notably, this strategy carries risks, especially with market volatility. Backed by Abu Dhabi-based Aspen Digital, the fund's approach contrasts with the failed yield platform of BlockFi, which relied on lending for returns. As interest in this new offering rises, investors should remain cautious of potential risks associated with crowded trades. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is up 1% to $95,000. Ethereum is up 1% to just over $1,800. And Goatse's Maximus is down 0.5% to 8 cents. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. In the 21st century, personal data is increasingly vulnerable, with companies profiting from our information. Now, lawmakers are raising alarms about companies collecting data from brain implants. Senators Chuck Schumer, Maria Cantwell, and Edward Markey sent a joint letter expressing concern over the handling of sensitive neural data generated by brain-computer interfaces. They highlight that this data is deeply personal and often collected with few limits and vague policies. The senators urged the Federal Trade Commission to investigate companies like Elon Musk's Neuralink, emphasizing the need for stricter regulations on data harvesting that impacts our privacy and mental health. And in entertainment news, in a new review, Thunderbolts is seen as a potential lifeline for the struggling Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, many fans may find it lacks the essential viewing quality they crave. The film, directed by Jake Schreier, presents a humorous take on a group of lesser-known characters, including Yelena Belova and Ghost, who are forced to confront personal traumas while navigating chaotic missions. With a hefty budget of almost $200 million, it attempts to blend comedy with serious themes. The film's reliance on humor and a mixed ensemble may resonate with audiences, but its overall execution leaves much to be desired. Well, alrighty, folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. And he said, "Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in Encinitas.